Hey y'all, welcome back to Krista's Closet. Welcome to the closet. I'm Krista. I hope you're excited to be back too. Episode 2. Who would have thought she'd do it again? Being consistent, being disciplined. Who would have thought? Today we're repping the Care Bears. It says sending good vibes. And then there's another Care Bear down here. And then we got a little smiley face and then let's give it up to the makeup team. Yeah. Stunna. So, as I teased in the last episode of Krista's Closet, if you haven't watched that, go watch it. It's good. Watch it after this one. The woes and throes of dating. We're going to be talking about Best Buy and me getting my phone replaced and my time at Apple. Because let me tell you, it was awful. It was awful. Let me set the scene for you. About 6 months ago, I cracked my phone. By dropping it, which time, couldn't tell you. I dropped her. Down the floor she went. And it was like a light crack, like whatever. Like I cracked like the back camera more than anything. Didn't care. Everything still worked just fine. Just the same. So then, progressively over the course of 6 months, the phone back progressively started to get more cracked. To the point where if it wasn't in its case, you would get glass in your hand. I didn't care. Yes, I had Apple Care. I could have got this fixed way sooner. I'm just a girl. I already do so much. I didn't care. It didn't affect performance. Until it started affecting performance. The battery started dying quicker. It wouldn't hold a charge. Because guess what? I find out later on, the battery got wet. And then my battery started swelling. Which prompted me to get it replaced at the time of filming this 2 weeks ago. So about 6 months I had a broken phone, just exposed glass, whatever. We find out later on when I go to get it fixed that as soon as you break the back glass on your iPhone, fun fact, you've already messed up the battery because it gets punctured when it breaks. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that they wouldn't put a protection thing or make it where the battery can't get punctured by glass when you drop it? Hey, I'm not an engineer. What do I know? Anyways, phone starts swelling for like a week. Like it is getting like just expands and it decompresses and expands constantly. Doesn't stop. Not like ongoing like this, but like if I'm doing something on my phone or if I was on FaceTime or if I was on a phone call, because I love to talk to my sisters for hours on end, I would just leave it on the counter and just put an AirPod in and leave it alone. I would take it out of the case and just leave it there. Like it wouldn't fit in its case properly anymore. Like it was dangerous to have, as I found out by many people roasting me over it. Pay for it to get fixed then. Pay for it to get fixed then if you got a problem with me having a messed up battery. No, I got it. Don't worry. I got it. So finally I make an appointment. They gave me 2 options on the Apple Care app, which I will say is a very nice app. I will give them that. Very optimized. I do like that. And the fact that they can check it, you can like do the pre-diagnosis at home. That's slay. Very, very slay. So I'm in the app. I'm doing what I need to do. And they give me 2 options. One that is 2 minutes from my house and is Best Buy. Slay. Or I do a 30-minute drive to the Apple store. I live in Florida. It is not going to be no 30-minute drive. It already shouldn't be a 30-minute drive to begin with. So I went with Best Buy 2 minutes from my house. And it makes you put in what you're getting the repair for, mind you. Mind you, it makes you put in what you're getting the repair for. My Best Buy appointment was at 11:20, which I soon find out once I get there after having a terrible morning, rushing to get there on time. I live 2 minutes away. There was absolutely no reason I needed to rush around. There was absolutely no reason for me to be running late. I live 2 minutes away. There was no reason I had to be late. Keyword, why did I even say had to be late? I shouldn't have been late. I live 2 minutes away. I'm rushing around, my hair's a mess, whatever. I finally get dressed. I put on these sandals. This is important to the story. I put on these sandals, these flimsy black sandals, and some jeans and a shirt. Keep that in mind. So I go. I'm there. These shoes do not stay on my feet well. They fit me. It's just like if I put lotion on my feet or if they're sweaty, like they don't stay on well. So I get to the Best Buy and I'm like, and there's one person already there. No one at the counter. I'm already like, that's not a good sign. I don't know. That doesn't sit well with me. I've never been inside of a Best Buy before either. So I walk up to the counter. I stand there for about 5 minutes before somebody comes out of the back. It's this older gentleman. Probably in his 70s. Y'all. So I say I have an appointment for 11:20. He's like, I don't see you in our system. Right. Okay. He double checks. My appointment is for 11:40. 11:40. I rushed out of the house for nothing. I rushed out of the house. And I still had another, at this point, 10. Because it was 11:30. I was only like 5 minutes late to my appointment, to clarify. Like, I wasn't some, like, ridiculous, like, whatever. So, I'm like, but tech people be like, you miss your appointment, you're done. You lost it. You're done. And that's what I was ready for. And he was like, you're early, but we can just get you started now. No one else is here. I'm like, yes, period. This is service. This is exactly what I'm looking for. Because if I'm going to be real, I know my phone has to be replaced. Like, there's really no ifs, ands, or buts about it. My phone has to be replaced. There is no fixing it. There is no saving it. It's going to have to be a replacement. However, they kept playing in my face and acting like they were going to fix the back of this phone. And we'll get into that. They keep on playing in my face, acting like they're going to fix this phone. This phone is beyond repair. There was no fixing the back of this phone. There was no fixing it. The Apple logo was cracked on the back. Only that. Okay. So, everyone and their mama decides to start coming up to the counter when I get there. There's only 2 people working. The other one is helping somebody set up their Spectrum. This old man is awful. There's no sugarcoating it. He's awful. He's awful to his coworker. He's awful to me. And he's awful to everyone there. And, like, this woman is huffing and puffing because they're getting her a new laptop and they have to transfer everything over. He's like, it's going to be about 40 minutes. It's about 40 minutes. We have an Apple check-in. I'm the Apple check-in. We have about 40 minutes. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh my God. This one man comes up and he's like, you guys are supposed to be fixing my flash drive. You said my flash drive is corrupted. What do you mean you have a flash drive? And what is on it? That's another story and not my business, but I don't trust an old man with a flash drive and it's corrupted. So basically, he is like, it's going to be 40 minutes for them. And I've barely even started my paperwork. Like, I have signed that I consent to them fixing my phone, whatever. And he was like, and what are you here for? I don't care that I have to tell him what I'm there for. That's not the problem. However, I made an appointment scheduled. Yes, I'm early. Yes, I hear you. What do you mean that after I tell him what I'm there for, he has to go see if there's a part, if they have the part to fix it? Then he proceeds to not look to see if we have the part to fix my phone, and then proceeds to print out paperwork to help these people to get them started. Even though he told them they were going to have to wait. And then they're huffing and puffing because he's like, what are all the applications that you had on your laptop? Like, write all them down because we're going to have to reinstall them all. And she's like, I don't know what's on the, I don't, and her daughter's like, well, Mom, you had this and you had this. And like I'm assuming it's her daughter or like daughter-in-law or something. Like they're trying to keep her calm. It was very much mother-daughter and then the husband of the daughter. And huffing and puffing, going nuts, going crazy, like it is really that serious. Babe, they're resetting your computer. You can do this at home. You can do this on your own. You don't need the Best Buy people to set up your computer. I promise you, your daughter probably can do it for you. Usually when you buy a computer, most of the stuff already comes pre-programmed on it. So, then he comes back after 20 minutes of my time is wasted. I'm like sitting there and I'm like texting on my expanded phone that's this big. I'm literally having the worst day of my life. So hard. My life is so hard. My Apple is messed up. My Apple phone is messed up. But no, genuinely, like, this is like an awful, like, why? I'm like having to text my friend, like, we may have to push this back until 2. Like, I'll keep you posted. Like, I don't even know if they have the part for my phone to be fixed, but they're looking for it. He goes around, he looks, he comes back. He's like, so we don't have that part. What do you mean? You do not have the part to my phone that I scheduled this appointment for, where it said that you had the part to fix my phone on the app. Huh? Right. Guys, now this next part of the story is not some of my proudest moments, and I'm just going to be transparent, and I'm going to be real, and I'm going to be honest. I tried to be a Karen, but failed. I tried to be a Karen, but I failed. So what happened is I get mad and I'm saying, and I'm not yelling. All the white people in there would say that I was yelling. I was not yelling. I was voicing my frustrations at a normal volume, which is louder than how all of they talk. And I'm like, what do you mean you can't fix my phone? Like, what do you mean? I was like, the back of my phone is expanded. Like, my battery's exposed. There is nothing you can do. There is nothing you can do to fix my phone right now, even though there's nothing. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, you don't have the part, replace it. I'm going into this expecting to have to pay for something. It's not like I'm thinking that I'm going to do this and I'm going to get it for free. Fix my phone. So, he's like, no, there's nothing else we can do. Like, he's awful. Like, I really wish I could remember more about him, but he was awful. He was awful. And he was like, I don't know. Like, he's rude to he's like, can you come over and help me? Like, we have this. And she was like, no, I'm helping this customer right now, and I would like to finish with him, and then I'll come help you. Mind you, these are all people who are walk-ups. Tell the walk-ups to wait. There is a waiting area. In fact, you told them that they could wait. And then he's like, I'm trying to multitask right now. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm trying to multitask. Like, like, I have an appointment. And by this point, my appointment would have been at this time anyways. Even though you started me 20 minutes ago. My phone has not even been taken back at this point. It is quite literally still on the counter. All I've done is sign a waiver. And gave them my PIN. That's it. 20 minutes. I have an appointment. I'm hands sweaty, body sweaty. Now, you may remember that was an important point. So I'm like, there's nothing you can do. You can't fix my phone. Like, there's nothing that you can do is what you're telling me. He's like, no. I was like, never mind. I'm just going to leave. I'll just go make it. And he was like, well, you can go to the Apple store. And I'm like, okay, I'll go to the Apple store. That's what I should have done to begin with. And then I'm like, whatever. Like, this is all you could do. Like, I can't believe this. Like, guys, my battery is this far out. Like, it is not safe. I will pay for a new phone right now. Just give me something. I go to storm out. I go to leave. I go to be a brat. I go to storm out mad. I slip out of my shoes. Slip out of my shoes. Give it up for slipping out of your shoes. Literally, I can't believe this. I can't believe I just wasted my time. It's literally what I'm saying as I'm turning to leave. Slipped out of my shoes. Slipped out of my shoes. My shoes? Not on my feet. In front of how many people? 8. Maybe. 3 employees. 3 more people. Another person. Yeah. About 8 people I've slipped out of my shoes in front of. The only one of color. I already look crazy because I'm going nuts because this is some of the worst customer service I've ever experienced in my life. So, I proceed to walk out. Try to walk out, stumble out of my shoes, and then proceed to slip and slide the rest of the way out of the building because my feet are so sweaty from standing there and being anxious and angry that I can't even have I'm slipping and sliding. I'm slipping and sliding, slipping and sliding through the whole entire Best Buy. It would have been better if I just took my shoes off and walked barefoot. And I'm not doing a walk-in. So I schedule an appointment for the next day at Apple, which is in the largest mall in the area. It is a pain to get to. And there's not even any good stores in there, if I'm going to be quite frank. There's barely a food court. Barely a food court. There's not even boba in the store. The mall is huge. Huge. And I don't realize it's in the mall, and I'm driving there. I'm literally thinking, I'm like, well, I guess after I'm done getting my phone fixed, I'll stop by the mall and... Oh, was I at the mall all right? I was at my local mall. That's 30 minutes away, not even local. 3, nope. 4, no. 5 hours. 4, I think. 4.5. 5 hours. Walking around for 5 hours at this mall. So I have an appointment for 1:30. I double check. It's 1:35 actually. I get there about 1:30. Realize I have to run through the mall. It's really not that dramatic. But hopefully get a parking spot in the area that's closest to it. That I'm assuming is the closest to it based off of where Apple Maps is taking me. Which, who knows? Then I go in, find out it's close by, thankfully. Walk in. I have never been to an Apple store in my life. Oh my God. Overcrowded Central. I count at one point when I get back to the waiting area, there's over 60 people in this room. Over 60 people. And that's not counting the people in the back as well. 60 people on the floor. I walk in, I'm overwhelmed, I don't know where I'm going, and I don't realize that when you walk in, you have to be greeted and pointed in a direction. You can't just wander in the Apple store. No, no, no. You cannot do that. And they're like, oh, ma'am, how can we help you? Where are you going? And I'm like, I have an appointment. So they're like, oh, all right, come this way and take a seat. Mind you, I get stopped by 4 associates at once. Like, do you think I'm a thief? No, they're probably just like, what is she doing? Like, you are not following the social norms here, babe. So, they had me sit back at this Apple bar, whatever, the waiting bar. There is a cute little seminar for old people showing them how to use the new update. Really cute, really sweet. I like that. I like when companies innovate to help all generations. Me earlier. And this 75-year-old man ain't... Anyways. So I'm sitting there. First of all, takes about 10 minutes, 15... No. I remember I don't even get sat with a technician until 2 o'clock. So my appointment's at 1:30. I don't even get taken back from the waiting area until 2 o'clock. Out of the waiting area until 2 o'clock. To where I get sat at a table with a woman who's getting her phone worked on, and they're not really getting me started until she finishes up. So it's not until about 2:10 that my phone's really getting looked at. And mind you, I have to show my phone to the person who's helping me. With this older white woman sitting here, I take my phone out of its case. Out of its cast. Oh my god, I needed a cast. Out of its case. And she gasped. She gasped. She was like, oh. Mind your damn business. Mind it. And she's like, how'd you do that? I dropped it. Repeatedly. Oh my god. So then I learned to find out that the person who's helping us used to work at Best Buy. I'm gagged. I'm so mad. Like, I am, like, reunited with a new rage. But I'm actually genuinely really patient. I was like, whatever, take your time. Like, I'm here either way. I can't leave until my phone's fixed. So, take your time. And genuinely, that's how I am. I didn't care. And then they give you, like, a thing that you have to set your phone on top of. My background on my phone is me. So I set my phone on this thing, and then the woman who was gasping and gooped and gagged by my phone quality is like not jumps, but she just like, I like set it down and it pops up with a picture of me posing, and she's like, and I'm like, yeah, that's me. Like, what am I supposed to say? Yeah, my background is a rotating picture of me every hour. Like, what? Anyways, long story short, getting back into Apple. So then the woman looks at me and she's like, yeah, she tells me about how I tell you earlier that even when you crack it, like, your phone is like, your battery is messed up by the time the back of your phone cracks because it automatically starts getting punctured and this, that, and the third. She tells me, yeah, it's going to be about $90 for your phone to be replaced, or not replaced, for it to be fixed. Let's double check to see if we have the parts. I literally look at her. This is a direct quote from me. I say, I really hope you do, because I'm very kind, but I can be evil. And this would be my second time being told that you would have parts and wouldn't have them. I'm a menace. Why would you say that to somebody? Why would you? I've worked in sales. No, well, yeah, I've worked in sales. I've worked in customer service. I've worked food. I want you to know this is a joke until it wouldn't have been. So, they end up having the parts. They take my phone and they're like, it's going to be 2 hours until your phone is repaired. 2 hours. Now, I want you to think about that. How much time do you spend in a mall typically? I would argue, not 2 hours. How long do you spend in the mall just window shopping? Not 2 hours. Not in a mall that's not in my tax bracket. They have a Rolex store in this mall. I can't shop in here. They don't even have a hot top. No, they have a Hot Topic. They do have a Hot Topic, but it's not good and it's going out of business. And it's smaller than my closet, it feels like. Like, this is not the mall for me. Take me home to Spencer's. That's where I want to be. That's where the people are. I'm pretty sure at one of my malls back home, the same manager has worked there since I was like in eighth, or since I was in like third grade. Like, I mean that genuinely. I don't know if he's still there now, but I remember seeing him there like in high school, and I was like, dog, you're still here? It's been like 10 years. Good for you, I guess, but the deals you must get are impeccable. When I do come back, the final time, the time they tell me my phone's gonna be ready, they don't tell me it's not gonna be ready till 4:10. They don't take my phone back, or like 4:30 or something like that. It's like 4:20, 4:30, something like that, because they don't take my phone until like 2:20. Mind you, my appointment was at 1:35. I don't end up leaving the Apple store until like 5 o'clock. I do not leave the Apple store until 5 o'clock. But they bring my phone out, and he was like, very nice. All of the workers at Apple were very nice. Like, they were rocking with my jokes. They were all young. They were all about my age or older, but not 70. He says, just so you're aware, your phone may not transfer over. Your number may not transfer over properly, and you may have to go to your phone people. I'm telling you right now, y'all, that's not what happened, but that's what would have happened. The hellfire that the Apple store and my phone company would have had. The burning rage, nothing would have stopped me. Nothing would have stopped the anger that would have flooded from me. And I mean now with my whole chest, I would have been on the news. I'm not playing. He comes back. I've set up my whole entire phone. The number does transfer. I literally, to the point where he's standing there and he's like, oh, you're the easiest customer of the day. And I go, yeah, while you were gone, I set everything up. The phone did transfer over. At this point, all I need is to pay. It's a bit, I'm not being, like, this is a joke. He laughs. He gets it. He even tells me how good my energy is at the end. But here's the thing, guys. You notice how I didn't say, you know how I said that my phone had to be moved over? My phone number had to be moved over. They never replaced it. They never replaced the part on my phone. They gave me a brand new phone. They gave me a brand new phone. Why did I have to wait for 2 hours aimlessly walking around the store to get a brand new phone? Huh? I'll wait. Mind you, I came back multiple times and they were like, your phone's still being worked on. It took you 2 hours to crack my phone open that was already cracked. And to find that the liquid switch has been hit on my phone, so it had to be replaced with a new one. I had to wait 2 hours for that. Granted, I didn't have my phone. There was no way for them to contact me. I came back early and they checked the status of my phone. Why did it take 2 hours for my phone for you to pull out of a box out of the back and give me the same exact phone? That doesn't make sense. That's what upsets me. And I didn't even realize that until I left, because I was so happy to have my phone, and that's how they get you. Because why did it take 2 hours? Because he goes, yeah, so they told you it was going to be $50. They never told me it was going to be $50. They never told me it was going to be $50. They told me it was going to be $90 for the replacement, to like replace the parts. So that they knew, this is my conspiracy theory in just a second, we'll get into it. They knew, the worker knew when I handed her my phone that was not going to be a replacement, and that it was not a replacement part. I was going to have to get a replacement phone. I was going to have to get a whole new phone. And so she told me that price instead. What do you mean I waited 2 2 hours around the mall. So here's my conspiracy theory. Malls are in cahoots with Apple to make the wait time at least over an hour, no matter what, so they walk around the store and spend more money. And that's not far-fetched, and you know it. Because I came back 20 minutes early at one point because I didn't know what time it was. And they were like, no, your phone's still being worked on. Y'all, I ended up getting a new phone. It worked out fine. I was so hangry that day. Even my sisters, when I was telling them this story, they were like, we're shocked you didn't go nuts because I didn't eat the whole entire day. I didn't eat all day. I woke up at like 8 o'clock and I didn't eat until I got home at like 6. And that doesn't even count when I ate before that, before I went to bed. Like, really, really, like, I don't know how I didn't clock that. Oh, but it made me so mad once I realized it. So, Apple, you have 48 hours to respond. Why did it take that long? Okay. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching. As you know, my name is Krista. Thank you so much for joining me in my closet today. And I hope you can like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, leave 5 stars. Like it's 2008 still. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.